Hello again, guys. I'm sorry I had to cut that last video off a little short, the one about changing out the cruise control switches. Just had using my phone. I needed two hands on it, but when you pull that cruise control switch, you have to work the wires behind this panel here. Work those wires out around that panel and put the new one in the same way. And it's pretty much, installation is reverse of the taking out the old one. That's just in reverse, and make sure you plug all your stuff in. Well, we got it all done here, and there's the new switch in place on both sides. New. Now, years ago, this truck was. Someone tried to steal it one time, and they boogered up the keyhole here, so I can't use the key, and the little cap was bent a little bit up at the top. So that's going to be my next project, is to try to work on that a little bit. Plans for this truck, one day, before too terribly long, I hope to get a new tailgate on it, and we'll refinish that tailgate too. So today I'm going to try to get started on this door lock barrel here. There was a this little pin. It goes in right here. You should be able to get it out by your fingertips, but it was bent just a little bit, so I had to use a screwdriver to get it off. So I hope it goes back in easy enough. But you want to work this thing out carefully to make sure you don't lose this little rod here. So I'm going to put a pair of vice grips on there to hold it in place temporarily here. Bear with me just a minute. Okay, there you see I got my vice grips holding the rod in place, and I've got the old tumbler here. I'm gonna go inside and rebuild this. I've got some new parts for it, and we're gonna get that done here too. Okay, I'm gonna try to get into this original equipment lock tumbler switch here, key switch, and there's a pin here on the top, and that's going to be the first thing I'm going to try to take off. So we'll get with that in a minute. Okay, I was successful in getting this little pin off using my little pick here, and we got that off. Let's see if we can get on into it a little bit. We'll try to remember how some of these things go. We've got all new parts here, so we'll look at that here in a little bit. All right, fellas, we got the old one disassembled. Here's the old one here. It's all got the tumblers all out of it, the keys all out of it. We're gonna compare them to the new ones. Here's a new kit. I have to rebuild the lock cylinder, and here's the new one that I have to rebuild. It's not broken on the end. This one here, you can see it was broken on the end. Someone tried to steal it, but we'll get back to it and I'll update in a minute. Okay, guys, so we got all the old parts on your left here, and the new parts are going to be over here on the right. I want to tell you, it took a while to find out all these pins here, all these pins. I examined all these old ones and keyed up all these new ones I'm going to be putting in here. I got a kit. These are all the leftover pins from it. The Ford rebuild kit for your lock. But we're gonna do our best to put it all back together now. I'm on the way, following the instructions. We'll try to get it all put back together here in a little bit. Instructions say we're supposed to use some of this lubrication grease, and we're going to lay it in the tumbler or the case of the thing, and do that on both sides and insert these springs and pins. This is what it looks like with a little bit of that lubrication grease on there. Alrighty, there's all the old stuff, and here's the new one. I have succeeded in putting it all together. I'll try to prop this up so that I can show you how it's working here. Let's see if we can show you how it's working. See, it's gonna work. It's twisting. Can you see it twisting? And the new lock. This is the new lock. It works. It's gonna work great once I get it put back together. Just wanted to give you all that heads up. We're gonna just leave the key in it right now. Instructions say to leave the key in it. So I just wanted to show you that we're making progress on it. So we're gonna finish up by following the instructions and get it back in the truck, and maybe the key will work in the door again. Sure do hope so. Okay, we got it all put together. Looks quite a bit better than the old one did. Not damaged. We're gonna get it all back together. Had a little problems with the newest key I've got for the truck. Wants to hang up in there, but I managed to get it out a couple times. I want to try the key that's been worn the most in there now, but I'm kind of afraid to do it. But I don't know, the key wants to stay in the lock right now until we get a little wear on it. May take down and brush the keys a bit and make them worn, not worn, but brush the keys a bit, and maybe it'll work better then. But we're gonna get this back in the truck now. I figured out about the key here real quick. It's just the half slot there where the key comes in and out without a problem at all. I was pushing it all the way over to the left and therefore having little problems. But I got to find that half slot. The lock's working perfectly now. It's just a matter of getting it positioned back in the door good. So we're going to head on out there and we're going to try that now. Alrighty. Heading out here now to put the thing in. Bear with me just a minute and we'll show you after it's put back in. Alright guys, I want to tell you that when you pull this out to begin with, you've got to remember how this was oriented, because it can only go on one way and have this still fit inside the hole. So I learned that a while ago because I had this turned the other way and mounted on there, so that you see this was rotated 180 degrees in the wrong direction. So I need it to be in this direction, and for us to work, this has to be flipped over to work properly. So you might need to remember how this is oriented. All right, there we go. We've got success. We changed it out. It's good. I'm gonna hit the top up with a little bit of black touch-up paint right around the top, because I didn't have a crimper tool, so I had to improvise, and they just need a little bit of touch-up paint on there. But I'm proud of the fact that it works good. I know that it's gonna work, and here's just the way that we're gonna show you. Look at that. Watch that thing there. Watch it. It's working perfect. We're working perfect. Look at that. It's working perfect. And this this little piece right here, well, bear with me. We got this stuck back in there too. It went in no problem, but I had to bend that back in shape before to go back in there good. So we got it fixed. This is going to be one of my projects next, is to take this off and refinish that and get the new door lock switch fixed. This is real simple right here, but I'm gonna have to find me a switch that I can count on to work all the time. But we're gonna try that. I'm glad to have gotten this done. I think that helps out quite a bit. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. One of my next projects to do is to refinish my bumper. Get this done, get that done, and just repaint that bumper. But I wanted to show you what the fender looks like now. You can still see that little mark right there, but it's way better than it was. Gets to get a little light on it. You can still see where it was, but it looks really good, much better. Got the tires cleaned up on it, and just wanted to show you. And we're gonna finish these up and send them to you.